This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, when it comes to the heavyweight division, it is really heating up right now. I mean, you got Anthony Joshua going up against Vladimir Klitschko, which is a true 50-50 fight. A lot of people keep focusing too much on Vladimir Klitschko's age, but what people don't realize is Vladimir, he hasn't really took too much punishment in the last 10 years. So his health bar is still pretty full. So you had that fight in April. Then you have Team Wilder, who are already in negotiations. They're already talking to Joseph Parker to unify those belts. The other undefeated heavyweight champion, Joseph Parker, who just beat Andy Ruiz. And what makes all of this news great is both Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they have both showed interest in facing each other very soon. Matter of fact, Deontay Wilder, he covered Anthony Joshua's last fight, or one of his last fights. So that alone shows you how interested he is in facing Anthony Joshua. Matter of fact, today, Anthony Joshua, he actually gave out a list of who he wants very soon. Matter of fact, this is what he had to say. Quote, "I can't wait for Tyson Fury to get back, for David Haye to deal with Tony Bellew, or Bellew to deal with Haye. Klitschko, Wilder, Joseph Parker, those names are the key names for me. I've got them all pinned up somewhere, and I'm just going to pluck them off one by one." End quote. So it's about to get really serious, guys. It's about to get really, really serious in the heavyweight division. You know, I'll close with saying this. You know, this coincidental list is really something else, ain't it? I mean, because when you really think about it, Anthony Joshua is on a coincidental list just like Deontay Wilder is. The only difference is, just like in life, they have rankings, right? How high you rank on the coincidental list. Now, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, he ranks a lot higher. But when you really think about it, the way the decaf see it is it's the lesser of two evils. Because they'll sit over here and they'll say, oh, you know, Deontay Wilder, he's just a cherry picker, tomato can, etc., etc. But because he doesn't have his hope insurance like Golovkin did when he was fighting against Marco Antonio Ruba and Adama, he's not covered because he doesn't have that insurance, right? So while they continue to say that Deontay Wilder is just fighting bums, etc., because he has no insurance, Anthony Joshua, they're not really saying anything about Anthony Joshua, but at the same time, they are not praising him either, like he has his hope insurance, because he doesn't have hope insurance, right? So despite Anthony Joshua knocking everyone out, just like Deontay Wilder does, of course, Anthony Joshua, though, no doubt about it, he's faced better competition, at least recently, than Deontay Wilder, but neither one of these guys are getting the treatment that one on the hope list would get. Same thing goes for Luis King Kong Ortiz. Let me tell you something, man. I'm not playing around when I tell you guys that I understand the psychology of a decaf, okay? When it comes to Luis King Kong Ortiz, once again, decafs are using the lesser of two evils approach. What that means is they will use one fighter on the coincidental list to discredit another fighter on the same list. I'll give you a perfect example. So Deontay Wilder, we all know, is looking for an opponent. And of course, Luis King Kong Ortiz, he's been the most avoided heavyweight in the division. And from what I hear is Luis King Kong Ortiz, I guess he went to one of his social medias and he called out Deontay Wilder. So now, of course, you have a lot of people saying that Deontay Wilder is ducking Luis King Kong Ortiz. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now. There is no doubt about it. Every heavyweight right now is avoiding Luis King Kong Ortiz. But the point that I'm making is, I notice when it comes to a decaf, not everyone who's saying this, only the decafs. See, once again, what they like to do is they like to try to make excuses for why they personally don't like a certain fighter on the coincidental list, which we really know why. So what they'll basically do, like I said, they will accuse Deontay Wilder of ducking King Kong Ortiz, right? But then when I make a video about Luis Ortiz being freed from Golden Boy Promotions, buying out his contract, these same decafs, they will then discredit Luis Ortiz. And they'll say, oh, that bastard is almost 40 and he's nothing but a steroid cheat and he should have stayed with Golden Boy. Golden Boy did more for him than any promoter would ever do. This is what they were saying when the news was only about Luis King Kong Ortiz. Matter of fact, the comments are still there on that video. You guys can look it up. This is what they do. The lesser of two evils approach. They did the same thing with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Because there was a lot of buzz around Devin Haney's name, he was working with the Mayweathers, he was #1 ranked in the world at one point, and a lot of people didn't really know who Shakur Stevenson was. So naturally, the hate was directed towards the fighter on the coincidental list that is considered the biggest threat, or the bigger threat at the time, right? So when they sparred against each other, the video that I had up that I was asked to take down, but anyway, when they sparred against each other, despite what some people said in the comment section, it was a very competitive sparring match, okay? They went back and forth. Nobody really got dog walked or anything like that. It was back and forth, very competitive, right? Now, because Devin Haney has a reputation out here in Las Vegas where he's used to dominating people when he spars. No matter who he spars with, Devin Haney normally dominates everyone he gets in the ring with. That's how good he is. So now that he was in there sparring with someone and it was actually competitive, and once again, you have Devin Haney, who's close to the Mayweathers, etc., there was all of this hate towards Devin Haney. Oh, he got his ass whooped and this and that. Oh, Shakur beat his ass, etc. And it wasn't even an ass beating. Like I said, it was a very competitive back and forth, even type of sparring match. But no matter what Devin Haney did, these fans, these decafs, they were still going to say Devin just got beat up because once again, he is the fighter with the buzz, right? Now you fast forward to when Shakur Stevenson, he now has the buzz. Now he's a threat because he's the guy expected to get a gold medal in the Olympics. He's doing commercials, etc. So now he's the one with the big buzz. Now remember, before these same decafs, they were using Shakur's name to discredit Devin Haney. Oh, you got your ass whooped by Shakur Stevenson, right? But then all of a sudden, when Shakur Stevenson falls short of the gold medal, now those same fans are making fun of Shakur Stevenson for losing, calling him a bum, etc. It is the lesser of two evils approach. And I can give you more examples, but you pretty much get the point. So, this is pretty much what it is. This is the reason why Anthony Joshua is huge in the UK. And when it comes to the United States, he's not getting any type of buzz out here. Even though Anthony Joshua is about to start fighting out here in the States more, he's about to start building his name out here in the States, it still doesn't matter because he is on the coincidental list. So they won't sit over here and talk about how much they hate him, but they'll just remain quiet, praying for his downfall. This is what they do. And then as soon as he loses, then they're going to say, he was just overrated. I told you this bum was this and he was that. So when you guys hear these decafs talk, don't let the smooth taste fool you, okay? Because we know what time it is. At least I do. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.